Today's video is going to be about this Indian watch brand which was started in 1984 and is led by the Tata Group. But before that, let's pay our respects for Mr. Ratan Tata, who is an epitome of simplicity and greatness. With his passing away, Tata Group will surely take a lot of time to recuperate. Titan Watches has been a cornerstone in the Indian watchmaking history, leading the nation to level with Swiss giants. I mean, I did not think so up until now, but I've already started to feel the winds of change. Titan just came out with their blazing hot all-new Stellar collection. On one side, we have their CAELUM collection, which is inspired by the patterns of the cosmic sky. And then you have the ASTRA collection, which is inspired by stars and meteorites. And then barging in today is their Luna collection, which is inspired by the planets and moon. Someone seems to be going the Omega way. Now, Titan hasn't actually done anything inspiring or amazing for a really long time, and it was imperative that they match up to the global watchmaking scene and the micro brand culture. But before I continue further, you know what to do. Subscribe now, comment and like on our videos so that we are more inspired to make some awesome, honest reviews. I am going to put Luna Aventurine Automatic under the scanner today, but before that, let's try to get a gist of their whole collection, which starts with Luna Sun and Moon phase, which comes in 3 colors including Scarlet Red, Sienna Brown and Frost Grey. On the first glance of their website, I can already point out a lot of errors in terms of naming, in terms of their descriptions, and you can also find a few spelling mistakes. And honestly, this is a big turn off for me right now. And then you have the Luna Aventurine Automatic in the Aventurine dial, which is almost a darker shade of blue. And then you also have the uniquely crafted and named Kambaba Jasper dial, which is a mix of black and green shades. Both of them are quite unique watches, so let me stare at them for a couple of minutes because I am impressed, at least by the looks of it. So as you can see, the dial here features an Aventurine rare earth material which shimmers like the star-studded night sky. By the way, the color of the dial is blue and not black, as they've shown in the pictures on their website. Devil is in the details and the dial is devilishly good. A domed moon-shaped sub-dial is pretty clean at the 6 o'clock position to catch the right moon phase at the right time. The detailing of the moon surface is also exemplary, with it being a natural stone dial. The dial is again a massive 43 mm with a lug to lug of 45.5 mm and a thickness of a good 15 mm. The proportions are huge while the case is made of stainless steel. The bezel here, as you can see, is a beautiful multifaceted black ceramic bezel which adds so many layers to this watch at once. Neatly done once again. The dial is again covered in sapphire crystal, which was a necessity at this price. The water resistance here is just 50 meters, which could have been much better. But who am I to judge? No, actually, I am the one to judge here. You also get a rock-solid stainless steel integrated bracelet for a seamless look with a butterfly clasp. The quality is amazing. The watch fits really well on my 7-inch wrist, but this is generally a bigger watch. Turn it around to have a look at the exhibition case back, through which you can see their in-house automatic caliber with moon phase functionality. With the specs of the caliber for a power reserve of 36 hours, the same underlying movement can be found throughout their lineup. Standardization, or maybe they didn't want to spend too much on R&D. While this movement can lose 10 seconds or gain up to 30 seconds per day. The moon-shaped sub-dial actually doesn't move unlike the real moon, so to change the phase, there is a disc which moves over it as the time changes to cover the face of the moon. Titan has done a really good job with the luminous moon on the sub-dial and the formed lume indices which light up the watch like a night sky in the dark. The crown here also draws an inspiration from the lunar capsule as it is shaped that way, while being studded with a jewel. The crown also extends out a bit more than usual. Overall, the watch looks pretty impressive, but I think there's something missing. Or is it? Well, the watch is priced for 45,000 rupees, and that is the catch. Up until now, it was mainly the Titan Edge series which was looking at this price. So I am a bit skeptical about spending this much money on a Titan when you have the Seikos and the Tissots of the world going around. 40 to 50k is a pretty solid budget for an Indian watch buyer, and you have to break certain barriers to spend this amount of money on a Titan watch. The competition here is fierce, with Seiko landing a few punches with their Presage Cocktail and their Presage Style 60s alongside their Prospex Shogurai Diver collection. And Tissot is not far behind with their PR516 Chrono, Tradition Chrono and the C-Star GMT Quartz. The entry-level Junghans form is a good bohos design, but I think it's too simple of a watch to buy at this price. And Citizen is not behind with their latest Pro Master Fugu edition. There are a couple of micro brands that offer exciting stuff like the newly launched Zelos Swordfish in the crimson red and a few other colors, and then you also have the Brew Metric Star, but these are always almost sold out. While there's a whole box of watches to choose from, I think the Aventurine and the Kambaba Jasper are two really beautiful watches. Titan has gone miles to ensure a good design complemented with great quality and overall aesthetics. In fact, they have spiced it up to add a bit of modernity in their collection. And if you look at this watch closely, I am deeply reminded of a timepiece by this manufacturer called Sartori Bayard. Titan has actually done a really good job in their new collection, because this is something that we have not seen from Titan for a really long time. But I think the only thing that they need to improve on right now is to carve out a new series or maybe change its logo, because I would not prefer having the same logo on a 1,000 rupee watch and a 50,000 rupee watch. This just doesn't make sense to me at all. In fact, I want to admit something, that I was never a big fan of Titan watches. In fact, I was never a fan of Titan watches, but their latest collection has changed my opinion for sure. While this is so good, it still wouldn't be my first watch if I am spending 50k, because I would still want to buy the Tissots and the Seikos of the world, and probably Titan Luna Aventurine would come in next. And then there's one side of the audience who are pure crazy Titan heads and would want at least one Titan watch out of the latest collection. And with that done, which watch are you going to buy from the Titan collection? Let me know in the comments below, only after you subscribe. So what are you wearing today?